There are a million game worlds in this hobby of ours, and this is one of them. But it's a good one. Stick around. Hi, folks. Old Man Grognard here, and I've got a world supplement to show you. There's a lot of them out there for basic events, whatever flavor of role playing game you have. But this is one of the best. And I'm talking about the Chronicles of Amherth by Peter C. Spahn with his company Small Niche Games. Now, this has been out for a while, and you can get it in both PDF and print version. And it's for Labyrinth Lord, but don't let that stop you, because this can be any old school game. It could be a new school game probably. Here's what the print version looks like. I know it's all white, but that's kind of what it looks like here. Not very long. It's 77 pages, and it chronicles the world of Amherth pretty much, which is a really nice it's got a really nice old school feel to it, and I really love it. Let me show you the map here. That's the map of Amherth right here. And it's got a really nice tone to it. It's all black and white on the inside. Here's some of the pages here. Beautiful artwork, 2-column, easy to read, of course. I really like stuff with nice tight layouts. And it just gives you a lot. I'm not going to say a lot of stuff, but it gives you enough stuff to get you going. And that, to me, that's the goal of a world supplement like that. You don't want to give them too little, you don't want to give them too much. It's kind of a balancing act. And Peter Spahn, he puts out good stuff. He really does. And it's beautiful. It's got, it outlines the history of the world, there are certain peccadillo. Every world has its own little peccadillos that it has, and he's got everything in there. He's got the worlds, he's got the timeline, he's got the history, he's got the he outlines each continent and major cities and things like that, like you're supposed to do. And he also gives you, like, for every city or area, every major city and things, he'll give you story hooks. And to me, that's gold. That is gold right there. Some of the unusual things they have, it's very Mystara-like. And I believe he based his stuff on, like, the Gazetteers, which, to me, it's great. I eat that stuff up. It's wonderful. It's very cosmopolitan, like Mystara, because you've got, like, Zan, which is one of the biggest empires, which is run by this this decadent emperor type guy, and it's very much the Romans. You have the Vallon Wall, where they have this huge wall, which I believe is natural, and behind it is like something like medieval England. And they've got a Norse area, they've got pirate islands. It's a little bit of everything, but it works. It really does work. Here's a few of the peccadillos in it. First of all, there's no goblinoids. Well, actually, to me, they're goblinoids, but he doesn't call them that. They're called rucks. Rucks take the place of your orcs, your goblins, your kobolds, any goblinoid race. And I'm sure you can differentiate from there. And there's no ogres. Those are ogrucks, which, to me, it's like, these by any other name. So I don't really know why he differentiates from that, because they may be cultural. I read all the monster outlines, and they sound like goblinoids and ogres, things like that. They have something. Okay, I'm not going to dwell on that very much, but that's one of the things that gives a nice feel to it. If they're not, even if they change the name, it gives a nice feel to it. They're also have these things that wander around called Warmachten. and they're like giant golem type creatures of different. I mean, there's some flesh ones, there's some clay ones, there's mechanical ones, and they're all over the different parts of the world, and they're basically like plot hooks on the move. That's what they are, and I like that. They also have like flying cities and things, which they don't outline in here. But this, like I said, this gives a nice overview of the whole world. You could run with this. He has other books out now that outline like the Ghoul Lands and the Valenwall and the Empire, the Kingdom of Dolmvei, things like that. And you can get those for very, very, very cheap, but we'll get into that in a minute. And it's got just a nice feel to it. It's got some interesting monsters in there. They got the usual stuff, but also stuff like my favorite one was the gelatinous men. They are basically gelatinous cubes that have evolved and taken the shape roughly of men, and they have some intelligence to them. They can convert themselves to a gelatinous cube. They can change shape to a gelatinous cube or a puddle of gelatinous goo, but nobody likes them, and they don't like anybody, and they basically cause trouble. They even talked about them going into like towns for things where they wrap themselves up in bandages or swaths of cloaks, and they cover themselves up just to get in there. They also mentioned they make great assassins. So that's different, and I could probably get three or four plot ideas out of that alone. But Peter C. Small Niche Games, you really should check this thing out. You can find it on Drive-Thru. Excuse me, Drive-Thru RPG, and RPG Now is where he sells his stuff. The PDF is $4.95. The print is $12.95. And $17.90 for the combo print and PDF. And they've got sales on all the time, so you might want to look for those. Oh, and here's another thing: they put a little one-page appendix in there about Amherth monks, if you want, because he under here he says if you want to add monks for Advanced Edition Companion, here's the the monastic orders in the world. So he gives you something to go on there. He's very mindful of Labyrinth Lord and the Advanced Edition Companion in here. But like I said, you can use it as Swords and Wizardry. You can use it as BX. You can use this thing is and he is really good writer. And I can't say enough good things about this. If I wasn't so crowded with a bunch of campaign worlds I have on hand already, I would be running this. In fact, as I get older, I'm sure when I get older, I'm going to go, all right, screw this. I'm just going to use Amherth. Okay. So go out and get that. And if you like it, if you want to talk about anything like that, give me a buzz over at oldmangrognard@gmail.com. Go get it. He has that and a lot of other his books in print that you can get through Drive-Thru RPG or RPG Now. And as soon as I can save up some pennies, or if somebody's nice to me this Christmas, I want more. I want more of these in print. Just they're great reads, and they're great to use in a game. So go get them, and until next time, bye bye.